Well, Cancer, welcome again. It's June 2017, Dadhichi here. And, with the exception of that rather favourable aspect from Mercury on June 13th, Mercury's movement through your sun sign this month is going to create some fairly intense aspects. I lie. There is another one there on the 28th, the trine aspect to Neptune. But, you're going to have the right angle to Neptune, you're going to have a square to Saturn, you're going to have a square to Jupiter, you're going to have a conjunction with Mars and an opposition to Pluto, all taking place, well, most of them taking place in your sun sign of Cancer. And what that means is that there's a lot of challenges for you, especially relating to the principle of Mercury, which is your communication. It is also regulating your 12th house. Now, these are hidden matters in the life of the person. We see also as the month commences Sun and Mars in this 12th house. So this, to my way of thinking, is usually a drive, a push to get an understanding of your past. An insight into what it is in your past that has made you who you are. Mars and Sun are fiery planets. They are not necessarily easy planets to deal with. And this can bring up a lot of anger because they are extremely combative in nature. Now, the interesting thing is that Mars, in your case, rules your 10th house of profession. It is generally considered a good planet for you. And when it passes through your sun sign, which takes place after the 5th of June, we as astrologers consider this planet debilitated. Mars does not supposedly function too well, but it's a fiery planet and your sign is a watery sign, so that makes sense. However, the fact that when you were born the sun was in Cancer, it means that juxtaposed against the sun, Mars will be angular. So when a planet is in the angular position, even if it's debilitated as it will, there's a sort of a strange upliftment that takes place. The negativity is in a strange sort of way cancelled out. So what this means is that if you had, I suppose, had your heart set on something in terms of your career, there were some professional expectations that you'd had, then what we're seeing here is maybe an 11th hour reprieve or some change in circumstance. And I'm going to underscore that with the interesting Venus aspect that's taking place in your 10th house right now. And that is the conjunction of Uranus. This can be rather unexpected. Something may turn around when you least expect it. Venus is considered quite good in the upper part of the horoscope. Makes you socially acceptable, gives you opportunities to blend your professional and also your social skills in the one breath. So these two elements tell me that something important is happening as far as your professional life is concerned. You're going to be working awfully hard. That's also shown around the 25th by that square aspect from Mars within your sun sign to the planet Jupiter. And that's in your 4th house. So here we sort of sidestep for a moment your professional stuff, not completely because Mars is still ruling your career. But Jupiter in that 4th house is your family affairs. And you could be working yourself to the bone, excessively so, trying too hard to please too many people, aiming too high, too fast. And interestingly, Jupiter itself, if we take a look at the list here, that's why I'm looking away from it, and I'm not trying to be rude. On the 9th of June it goes direct. Now on the 9th also, if I look at my lunations, we see that there's a full moon taking place in the sign of Sagittarius. This is again work related in the sense it's the environment in which you work. You have Saturn there at the moment, which to all intents and purposes relates to the possibility that you've been rather frustrated there. But it's also related to health. Enemies, debts, disease, all these things are regulated by this sixth house. So the full moon in this area of your horoscope is very telling. It can in a way indicate your ruling planet being, it's not a planet, our ruling satellite moon is full. It shines a light in this area. It could give you some of those aha moments. It give you an insight into what it is, the correlations between your health and the food you're eating, the people you're keeping company with, the emotions you're suppressing, the work you're doing that you'd rather not be doing. All of those sorts of things are indicated by this full moon. Better new moon, which takes place on the 24th of the month, that's the one that I'd be looking out for. And you need something to, as a reprieve from all of these hard aspects that we talked about, especially there after the 21st, that transit of Mercury into your sun sign. Then we see the 28th, the square to Jupiter. That's too much thinking, too much thought, maybe too much talk. The square aspects are always challenging. This seems to me to be a lot of hard work for little return. So you need to be careful not to get swept up in the excitement of the moment, shown by the Venus-Uranus conjunction in your 10th house, and try to keep it level. The new moon does, however, show us that perhaps you need all of these prods, maybe they're pushes or punches even by others, to stimulate a new you, and that's shown by the new moon on the 24th. That also has an impact on your relationships because it's going to take place in the opposite sign to Pluto, which is transiting your relationship sector. So lots happening in that area. There'll be a shift to that part of your life, that department or sphere of activity. And I would welcome any of you to give me some feedback on that, because I think for you, Cancer, especially having the new moon there, the end of the month is a time when some exciting and new things can happen. But you've got to take the bull by the horns. You can't be aggressive about it. You have to be quietly assertive in the way you move forward. And I think you'll have some significant breakthroughs this month. I'm Dadhichi from astrology.com.au. A lot of you know me. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to pop in at the site for more on this month and the year in focus. And of course, don't forget that we do have yours truly and many of our other practitioners there waiting to help you if you've got any specific questions you'd like addressed on a face-to-face basis. Take care now. Look after yourself and see you next month.